been a few months now since I've been making Tesla videos, and I thought a Q&A was in order. So on my community page, I posted a poll asking you guys what questions you had for me. So today I'm going to go through some of my most asked questions on my channel, and then also some of the questions that you guys asked on the community poll. So the first question is, why did I choose the long range over the SR Plus? And this was honestly because of the range. I just wanted the most amount of range that we could possibly get. And also, Tom and I go to the Outer Banks quite a bit because my parents live there. And so we live in Raleigh, so it's about like a 3.5, 4-hour drive-ish, which is around 230 miles for us to get there. So I wanted us to be able to take the car there and not have to worry about stopping to charge halfway through. And so with that, the long range was just the better option for us. The next question I always get is, why did we choose the Model 3 over the Model Y? Well, this one is just more of a preference thing. I really like the Model 3 because of how it drove. I think it feels super sporty and just like a really fun car. I have never driven a sedan before or have chosen a sedan before. I'm always like a huge SUV kind of person. And I think if I had unlimited funds, I probably would go for the X. But out of the 3 and out of the Y, the 3 for me just felt more right for the place I am in my life. And I don't have any kids, so it's kind of fun right now to have the sportier car while I still can. Then we have, would I ever go back to a gas-powered vehicle? So I still do own 2 gas-powered vehicles. I have a 1968 Camaro SS, and then we also have a Tundra truck. So we do have 2 gas-powered vehicles at this moment. I think that we are considering purchasing the Y as our second car and maybe getting rid of the Tundra, but this is something that Tom and I are just discussing at the moment, and we really haven't made our decision on it. I know that I talked about this a little bit in my video when we test drove the Model Y, but I don't know. I don't like to make really quick decisions, and I know you guys have been asking me, like, are you going to buy it? And I just don't know. I think probably yes, but I don't think that right now is the best time. Tom and I just moved into our new house, and we still have a ton of home projects that we want to do, and the truck is just convenient. It's really hard for me to live without a truck because I'm the kind of person who does all of the home projects. Like, I love to build like anything in the house, and so us having a lot of storage in the back is just really great. And then I'm also the kind of person who likes to pick up random furniture off Facebook Marketplace, and so it's just nice to have a big truck available to be able to purchase like anything I want and not really have to worry about it not fitting inside the vehicle. So that's going to be a major change for me, I think, when we do go to the Y, possibly, is just the storage is just going to be so much less than what we currently have. Now, the truck gets terrible gas mileage, and that's something that we are definitely considering. And I personally don't drive the truck, only Tom does, and Tom really wants a Tesla as well. So I think it's definitely in our future, but at this exact moment, it's just not the right time yet. Now I'm going to answer the first question from the poll. So it's, can you talk about blindside monitoring equipment and the view in the Model Y? What is it like versus an ICE vehicle? So I don't love personally the side monitoring. So all of the vehicles I've had previously had the side monitoring on the actual mirrors, and I really like that because it's natural to look at the mirror to see if someone's next to you. So I like the blindside monitoring in other vehicles because it has that little thing on the mirrors, and I really wish Tesla would integrate this because I don't think it would be that hard of an ad. But basically, Tesla's system is, you look at the navigation screen and you can see the cars near you. And so if you're gonna go over, you can see the car, like if it's in a blind spot, you can see the little avatar next to you. Now, I think it's good. I'm getting more used to it. It's a little weird at first just to like look at that screen instead of looking at your mirror. Also, I don't 100% like trust that screen because I have seen that if the car has a trailer or something, it doesn't always like pick up on the trailer. So I make sure to look in my mirror as well and just kind of double check at the moment. In terms of just making sure to see if there's like enough space, I think the Model Y still does have good visibility overall. It's definitely not as great as I would say like other SUVs. It's not like the pinnacle of being able to see all the cars around you, but it's pretty decent. And I think as Tesla starts to integrate more of their safety features in their technology, it's just going to get even better. Now the next question from the poll is, when you opt for premium connectivity, does that work via Starlink or your own mobile provider? So it doesn't go through your own mobile provider, it does go through Tesla. So you opt for the premium connectivity, you pay for it through Tesla, and then they handle the connection process, which makes it really, really easy. The next question is, how's the sound system on the long range versus the standard Model 3? I didn't drive the standard Model 3, so I don't really know what that sound system sounds like. But in terms of the long range, I think it's pretty decent. Now, it's not the best I've ever heard, but I still think it is good for what I personally use it for, and I see no problems with it. It still sounds pretty great. The next one is, what does the Tesla sound like at low speeds, like the quiet sound of electric motors and regenerative braking? So you do hear a noise, and it's kind of like a spaceship noise, I guess is the best way to say it. It sounds, especially when you're backing up, you get that noise, but I think I've grown to not notice it anymore because I've had my Tesla almost 6 months now. Like, I haven't really noticed it. I noticed it a little bit at the beginning and heard the noise, but now it's just like, I guess it's just mental that I know it's gonna come and I don't even recognize the noise. So I'm probably not the best person to ask on that one, as I do seriously tone out sometimes, like some of the sounds, but nothing loud. It's pretty soft, and it's not like an annoying noise by any means. And then, did you look into any financing besides Tesla? So I did look into some other financing, but I never found anything that was better than the Tesla financing. I have looked for financing for other vehicles too in the past, and they've always been just really high. I'm not sure if I just didn't look correctly or in the right spots, but I did pick like a credit union and a bank and just some other areas, and I never found something that was a decent deal. I always went through the dealership. I'm in no means like an expert on this at all, especially like trying to find the best rate. But for me, Tesla was the best rate, and it was just an easy process going through them. Then we have, is it better to order the Tesla home charger as soon as you order your Tesla or after delivery? I don't have an at-home charger. I know that sounds a little crazy, but when we had and first purchased our Tesla, I lived in a rental, and so I couldn't put one in, and so we just put it in the standard 110 outlet, and that worked fine for me because I haven't been driving because of COVID. So, for me, I still don't have one. I moved into my own home now that we purchased, and I still haven't put one in. I just go to the Supercharger. I don't drive very much, so that's probably why this is acceptable for me. If I was going to drive quite a bit, I would say go ahead and get the charger installed if you know you're going to purchase the vehicle. That way you can always feel like if you need to charge, you can. But if there are superchargers in your area, and quite a few of them, then you do have that option always as well. But it is definitely more expensive than doing it at home. Then the next question I have is, do you find the Model 3 too low? Now, no, I definitely don't find it too low. I actually love that it's low because it feels like a really sporty and cool car. And that is one of the reasons why I picked the Model 3. So if you're looking for like a sportier drive, then I definitely think the Model 3 is right for you. Now, if it's really, really low and like you're super tall, then it might be a little bit awkward how low it is to the ground. But I don't know, I personally like how low it is, but I'm also pretty short and small, so maybe that is why I like it as well. And then, do you have any range anxiety coming from an ICE vehicle? No, I definitely don't. Like I said, I don't drive very much. If I drive, I go to the Outer Banks to go see my parents, and then I come back, and that's about it. And when I go to see my parents, I can make it there on a full charge, or I can stop halfway and also charge as well. So I have no range anxiety when it comes to long road trips. I think that in my area, there are a ton of superchargers. So if there's something, if I get close to some store and I need to supercharge, more than likely there's gonna be something close enough nearby that I can make it. So I haven't felt any anxiety around that. Then once you get your Tesla, which car do you now prefer to drive? Do you fight over who gets to drive the Tesla? If you get a second Tesla, hopefully a Y, do you intend to keep an ICE car? So I wouldn't say we fight over the Tesla. Technically, the Tesla is like my car, but Tom and I really just share our cars, so it's kind of just like a conjoint car. Tom and I both work from home, so neither one of us drive very often. So if we do go somewhere, we're more than likely going together to that place, and he usually will drive the car unless like I'm feeling like I really want to take it for the day. But typically I video, so I'm like the one videoing in the car if I need to get some shots or angles while he's driving. So no, we don't really fight over it, but I can see if we start driving again more, then we definitely might fight over it, as Tom wants to start driving the Model 3 to work, and I really want the Model 3 to be home in case I need to go somewhere. So yes, we sort of fight over it, but no, we don't really need to at this moment. And for the Model Y, we definitely don't need, I think, a gas-powered vehicle. In no means am I gonna miss it. I don't think that it's a necessity. I think the electric charging for us is sufficient, and we never have to go back to gas again if we don't want to. So if we do get a Y, we're gonna get rid of that gas-powered vehicle. We might keep the Camaro, so that one is kind of like maybe, and that one of course is a gas-powered vehicle, but it's also a classic car, so you can only drive it 2,000 miles a year, and we mostly keep it in the garage and drive it like on really nice days. So that's not really a car you would drive every day. And then the next one is, how often do you wash your car? And then how do you wash it? So because I do make YouTube videos about my Tesla, I try to wash it a little bit more often probably than most. Tom does actually wash up my car for me, which is really nice of him, but he hand washes our car just because we don't have really good touchless car washes near us. Maybe there are some good ones, so if you guys are in the Raleigh area and have some recommendations for me, definitely leave those in the comments below. I'll check them out maybe. But I'm honestly kind of afraid to take our car anywhere, as I don't want anyone to damage the paint on it, and we're very particular about like scratches, so Tom has just been handling it for now, which has been pretty easy for us. And then, what's the furthest you've driven before a charge? So probably almost 200 miles, I would say, is what we've driven to. We don't get super low on it. There's just too many charging options near us, and we go to Target quite a bit, and there's a supercharger at Target. So usually we'll just charge there, and then we'll go walk into Target and get whatever we need for the week. So we have like a cadence, I guess, that we work and charge our car on. So never get down super low. And yeah, what's the lowest you've driven your battery down to? I don't know, maybe like 60 miles, I would say. So nothing too low. We don't really like getting it very low. So, and there's really no need for us to do that since we do have so many charging options. That concludes it for all of the questions you guys have asked me. I just want to thank you so much for watching my videos over the last couple months and supporting my channel. I have never imagined that someone would actually watch me in a video talking about Tesla, and the fact that you guys are watching and enjoying my videos is just mind-blowing to me. But I want to thank you so much for that, and just all of your support for the last couple months. It's just been amazing, and I really hope that my videos have been helpful. If you're wanting a specific video, please let me know what videos you're looking for. Definitely put them in the comments below. I read all of your comments and appreciate all of the feedback that you guys do give me. So if you have some videos that you're looking for me to make, definitely let me know and I'll write them on my list, and hopefully I can make them coming up. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give me a like down below, as that really helps out my channel. But thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for supporting, and I will see you in my next video.